Hello, welcome to my channel. Today I want to show you an easy way to stencil and coffee dye your papers. You can do them all different colors, and I also have some journals I want to flip through quickly. I have a couple new that are going in my shop on Etsy. So as soon as I'm done showing you how to make some easy coffee paper, I'll get to those and we'll flip through them and you can see that. Alright, I hope you're not too cold today. It's stinking freezing in upstate New York. I can't stand it. It's been below zero every day for about a week, so we're kind of cold, but I've got a really nice fireplace and I enjoy sitting there. Unfortunately, it doesn't come with me in my workroom. Excuse me. So I have to let the fire get real warm before I can start working in my workroom, because then the heat is in there and I don't freeze to death. My hands don't freeze. So anyways, I saw this video from the Paper Outpost, and I'm going to put a link in the description below in case you didn't see it. I think she did it about a year ago, and I just couldn't believe it when I saw it. So I did exactly what she said, and it works out exactly like she said. Here's a couple of sheets. This is coffee dyed, and you can see some blue on there because I had done some blue dyeing, stenciling, if you want to call it that. I call it dyeing because you're really not stenciling it like the standard traditional way you stencil. It's a really quick, easy way to make things on your papers. I use some pink. I always use beet juice. I don't use avocados. Beet juice for me, you buy one can for $1. I throw out the beets. I take the juice. I put it in a big spray bottle like this. And then I just put in however much juice was in the can. And then I fill the spray bottle with water. And it dilutes it. I shake it up a little bit. It dilutes it. And it comes out beautiful pink every single time. And if I want to make it stronger or darker, lighter, I can do that by adding more water or less water. This pink came out pretty light. I don't know if you can see that. But anyways, and there was blue on the stencil. So if you want pure colors, which, you know, if you're going to do a whole pink set of papers, you need to wash your stencils. I was just playing, so I was doing things very fast, very quick to see. Oh, look at that with the green. I was just experimenting. And then afterwards I did the good papers and I put them in my journals, and I washed my stencils, and then I went back to playing again. So the first thing you need is something plastic, like a plastic tablecloth, drop cloth, anything that is going to absorb water. And you need stencils. So here I bought these at Amazon, and they were like 16 in a bag for $16 or something like that. I'll put the link below because I could not believe how many stencils I got, and they're all perfectly sized. If you look at, this is 8.5 by 11. I mean, it couldn't get any better than that. So I really think, what a deal. Here's one that I had done purple and blue. And you can use anything. Like this is Distress Oxide. And then this is Recollection Spray Ink. I use that. And for my coffee, I put it in a spray bottle. You could also use tea. So let me show you what you do. And if I don't explain it well enough, make sure you go to the Paper Outpost link I put below, and she just takes you through it real easily. Okay, so first of all, you put down your first sheet of paper, and then you put down a stencil. I'm going to coffee dye it because it shows up better. I was going to do pink, but it shows up better. All right, then you spray your stencil with coffee. Get it nice and wet. Okay, and then you take another sheet of paper, you put it over the stencil, you put it down, and you rub it into that stencil. I don't know if you can see it or not, but that design is already coming in on that paper. Then you take another clean sheet of paper, put over that, and then a stencil. And then you spray that again. And you put another piece of paper over that. And you rub that down. And you just keep stacking it like that. Like I did 20 papers in a row. But I'm not going to do 20 here. I don't want to take up all of your time. I just wanted to show you the technique and give you that link in the description so you can see she does a whole bunch of this. And she's very good at it. And apparently she's been doing it for a long time. I think this is something she came up with herself. Okay, so now I'm going to show you what they look like. All right, here's one, the first top one. Take the stencil off. And look at that. I mean, isn't that great? And they dry really, really fast. And especially if you have a fireplace. I put mine all by the fireplace and they're dry in 5 minutes. And look at that. Isn't that just, oh, I love it. And take the stencil off. And here, and on the other side, it's coming through somewhat. But the thing of it is, you have a design here, and when you fold it in half for your journal, you have a light design here so that you can write on it. So that you can do that. Now this one will be so nice on both sides. It'll be darker on this side and lighter on that side, which I just think is amazing. Amazing. It changed my whole journaling world. Okay, so I'm going to get rid of that. I'm going to have a little sip of coffee. I'm freezing. Oh, it's cold. Okay, and I made a, well, maybe I'll do this first. I made a couple of blank journals that are for sale in my Etsy store. And they're for you to decorate any way you want. I will be adding ephemera. I will make some ephemera for them. I don't have it here right now because I wanted to get this video going. And I fuss around too much. I'm very slow. So this is the cover of this. I may put some sari silk down the spine as well. The front cover, the back cover loaded with lace, tea-dyed. And then inside, I've added some paper bags, glassine bags that I've inked. And I do have 2 tags that I made that will come with that. Now here's that stenciled paper. It's so nice. And more of it. And lace, I put lace in 3 places. In the beginning, then you have, there's 44 pages in each. Now this one, I made that way, but I really coffeed the edges. I wanted to see what that was going to look like. And it has that coffee sound. I love it. So that worked out really good. And then I coffee dyed some tracing paper. And I actually did try it with the stencil, but you can't see it much. But it's there. And here's some more stenciled paper, but on the other side, it's light for journaling. And here's another one in light for journaling. Then I have some blank pages in here. And this one had some blue on it. And here we go again, more paper. And I just think these are so cool. And you can decorate these particular journals up any way you want because I've left them blank. And these are 8.5 by 11 sheets that are folded in half. Oh, the back is the same as the front. And I added this lace and the back that I added in the front. And all the papers are all coffee dyed like that. And very nice. And the back of the journal I showed you. This is 9 by 6. And the pages are 8.5 by 5.5. And then this is the second one that I did. I did sell a journal like this that was filled, made that I put a lot of stuff in. This one is a blank one of my dolls. And this is the back with bows. And I did cover this spine with sari silk because I just like making them strong. And this has a ribbon tail, multicolored organza ribbon. This is actually tissue paper. I got Hobby Lobby and I love it. So what I did was I added ruffles with that tissue paper. I sewed them into the pages. There's 4 different pages that have that. And I have added paper bags here and an orange bag here. And then these are mostly pink. Some has still a little blue on it, but I thought that was pretty. More pink pages, journaling pages. I mean, whoever gets this could just really have a ball decorating it. That's what happens with me, and then they get so big. But these are, the signature is sewn in, so you don't have to worry about that. This is tracing paper that I've dyed with the beet juice, and more paper with the ruffle. And then I have some blank pages, and there's 44 pages in here, front to back. And that's it. But I will be making a couple more tags and some ephemera for that. Now the last one that I have, now see, this is why I decided I'm going to do some blank journals, because I just get carried away. And this is a journal that I redid. I had made it once a little bigger, and it was just too big. So I took it apart and I redid it. I have tassel here. This is a vintage something or other. I got it somewhere in an antique shop, and then I added some beads, and I thought that was really nice. And this is sari silk. This is faux metal corner. This is a doll picture, and on the back is bridal applique. I buy those bride gowns whenever I can find them. And then I tied it with some pink cotton, because I know cotton is very strong and I want it to last. And I actually did some dangles inside the, I'm getting more advanced all the time. I can't believe it. Okay, now these are the first 2 pages. I don't know what size this journal is. I can't. Well, I do know that when I ripped the pages, they were no bigger than 4 by 5. So the cover is just a little bigger. This is a page. There's a page. They all are ripped, inked, and dyed. And in here are a couple of tags that I've decorated with a couple of doll pictures. This is very nice vintage trim with a button. And this is actually, I've got a lot of this from an applique dress, wedding dress. And then here, some tags, lace that I tea-dyed, and a picture of a girl with her doll, and this pretty trim here. And then here is another picture of, there's 2 of them here, with the doll. And then this is fabric, cotton, and I made it into a pocket. I got these, this was off of a tablecloth, and it had like a lot of those squares, and I love them. Hopeful heart, and more tea, or beet dyed. This is a girl that I did my own graphics and added her to this tag here. And then here, to keep with the vintage theme, I did a couple of tags with big pink buttons on. I think they're pretty cute. And this is also, I inked this. This was dyed with the beet juice, and that is applique off of a wedding gown. And then we've got a scrappy notepad here. And then this is vintage, very vintage netting, polka dot, and I added a wood rose bead. It's not wood, but it's supposed to look like wood. I don't want you to think that's real wood. Although it might be, I don't know, but I don't think it is. And then more lace that I tea-dyed, and then some tags. This is an antique doll. I got her picture off of Pinterest. I think she's so pretty. I think she goes with all of this. And then here's some more pages for writing. And in here is, now this I got from somebody's kit, and this lady, and I don't know which one. But anyways, it's a tag, a couple of tags there. And this is a pocket. Let's put it back in there on this side, and she's kind of peeking out. This is vintage trim right here. And then you turn it over, and I've got 2 more tags over here of my own doll pictures that I made my own tags with. And then this is a button with some vintage netting, and then this you can write on it. It opens up kind of like a, you know, a notepad. And then these tags go in there, and they're all sewn. All my tags are sewn. And then here's a couple with pockets, and I just took paper, and pretty paper, and trimmed it and sewed it and added back to it so you can write on it. That's file folder on the back, and this as well. Let's see. I just, you know, those were so easy. I just cut them the size I wanted, and then I put some decorative paper on it and sewed it up, and then glued some file folder on the back, which makes them really strong. And this is just an applique with a couple of little rose flowers that are not vintage. Oh, and this is probably my favorite. She is one of my dolls, and I put some perfume and applique, and you can open it, and I've got a label here, and this page opens. More of my tea dyed paper. I think I'm always going to dye my paper like that from now on. It's so easy. And then over here we have a belly band, and I have a tag booklet, kind of. It just opens, and on the back is the same, and this is vintage lace. Definitely vintage lace. I got a whole bunch of it a while ago from a person who was retiring. Oh, more coffee. I think I will, yes. Okay. And these, you notice, these are all ripped. The pages are all ripped, and they're all inked. And then over here, I got a little daring, and I put a bag that flips down, and it has tags in it. These are just pretty. I love the paper, so they're pretty tags. Yeah, I'm not going to mess with that right now. And then more writing space. More writing space. And this is a little booklet that opens, and you can write on it. And here's some more vintage trim. And here's one of the dangles. These beads, I think they're so cute. They match this journal, I think, perfectly. And then some more writing. This is a flip up with a label here. And more vintage trim with these stencil papers, beat dyed papers. And here is a pocket, and you can flip it up and write something. And this is that antique doll again, but I made her into 2 tags to go there. Lots of tags, lots of writing. And then here is the other side of that square piece from the tablecloth, which is a vintage tablecloth, and a couple of decorative tags with some sari silk on it. And this is the other side of that tablecloth square. And then more, and that's it. And some paper in the back, sari silk, and then there we go. We're all set. So, I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, I hope you'll give me a thumbs up. And if you haven't subscribed, I hope you will subscribe and come back and see what I come up with next. Thank you very much for stopping by my channel, and stay warm.